Welcome back to the Tangled video game. So yeah, we finished that level. Don't worry, things will get better now, hopefully. The second level is the Snuggly Duckling, which makes sense.
I feel so guilty about leaving the tower. Yet I'd already seen such amazing things. Still, some things have been scary.
Like that weirdly rendered horse.
Yes, the skunks were a little frightening.
What skunks?
Anyway.
Those skunks.
They were not in the movie, and we haven't encountered them as an obstacle in the game.
The skunks that came from Crash Bandicoot.
Oh, is
No,
that
they
what
were
people
there.
think
They were
back
just
then?
in the shadows.
Like the devious critters that they are.
Luckily, you,
Me?
yes, you, Flynn Rider, suggested a great place to have lunch.
Yeah. Yeah, I did that.
The Snuggly Duckling sounds like a
So basically, this is Rapunzel recounting the tale of
Along
this
with Flynn, yeah.
story to Flynn after she hit him too hard with the frying pan.
I don't understand why having Carrie Walgren as the initial narrator where, you know, Zachary Levi could suffice. He did that in the movie.
Yeah,
I guess it was to set things up proper.
I guess they really wanted. Go on. I guess they really wanted some kind of old grandma style voice narration. I don't know. And yeah, the loading times can be a bit long sometimes.
Ah, the Snuggly Duckling. Don't worry. Very quaint place. Perfect for you.
It is?
Absolutely. Don't want you scaring and giving up on this whole endeavor.
Also, the bloom.
Yeah, I was gonna say a Wii game with Bloom. Ooh.
It's like, to be fair,
It's probably an
it
attempt.
wasn't super uncommon. Like, remember,
Yeah.
Twilight Princess also had this problem.
It's probably an attempt to disguise the low quality of the textures.
Probably. So, do we have a mini game centered around the musical?
No,
Like a Raven game?
no.
Oh.
Instead, we're going to do some requests for the various people at the Snuggly Duckling.
Well, I mean, at least they still got Richard Keel in the game.
Okay.
Doc.
So yeah, the arrow points to who you're supposed to talk to next. As in, right now, that guy. Axel.
Hello.
I wonder what his thing is.
Anything. I'm sorry. I just can't take it.
Clearly, he is skilled with
I'm not
broadswords.
the real innkeeper. I don't know how to do this. I'll hurt somebody by accident. I already made some guy a sandwich out of soap.
Don't worry.
Ow.
We'll help you.
Yeah, Rapunzel's facial animations are uncomfortable because a lot of times Rapunzel looks like she's looking at somewhere else that's not the person she's talking to. It really makes you raps.
Shorty, what have they done to you?
Yeah, look at Shorty.
Shorty, are you alive?
I don't think he is too. I'm pretty confident he's
Him.
We just taxidermed him.
None shall talk to Vladimir.
Oh God,
Ouch.
Rapunzel's face.
No.
Okay.
Okay. That was a bit of a funny bit there.
Distance.
Okay.
One little whip of the hair.
So what do I do now, Pascal? Well, thanks
It's
for
the
nothing.
hair back and forth.
Thanks for nothing, Pascal.
Oh,
pretty
Pascal's working this game done.
I'm pretty sure that they were hinting at you to use the hair
Oh,
whip
you-
moving.
Flynn.
No!
Oh, Flynn!
No.
no!
Flynn, you okay there?
Flynn.
Dude,
No.
I'm gonna try and
what's
find.
up, Flynn?
Fry pan, he does nothing.
It does
Oh my
nothing.
God, Flynn!
Oh no!
Wait! Hold on, he stumbled there for a bit.
Someone help!
Well, guys, I guess we lost Flynn. There you go.
Oh, there we go.
There you go. All we have to do is just switch back to him and just
Dude,
move.
what happened?
I don't know. Maybe his animation froze. I don't know what the fuck
fell
happened.
into the space. He fell into the space between spaces for a bit.
So there we go. As you can see, each level kinda is its own different thing. Whereas the previous movie was more of a platformer puzzle or affair, this one is more about doing stuff for people.
Interesting.
That's nice of him, I guess.
Ah, there he is. Handsome devil. Look at him, drooling away on his...
Guess his eyes open.
Excuse me, Mr. Innkeeper.
He's sleeping.
Rapunzel, look at him when you're talking to him.
Time to rise and shine.
Maybe she doesn't want to.
Oh.
Weird, a lot of Wii games compensate this by having instead the portrait of the characters, to convey what they were doing, or something like that.
Wait, hold on. I think his eyelids may be closed. It's just that his eyelids are shaded a bit differently.
Horribly.
Also, these closets have infinite amount of underwear. It seems.
The underpants no one will be so proud.
Why have you just walked into his room and started beating the shit out of his things?
Yes.
Because it's a video game?
We're the heroes, Shiroi.
What is that racket?
There you go. See, the idea shows that we were supposed to do some racket so we could wake him up.
Hey, you two. Thanks for waking me up. I mean, who doesn't enjoy being woke up early to go to work, right?
I'm gonna kill you both.
Kill Rising.
He's
Dude.
really doing his best to suppress that anger.
Alright, so
We
that's...
should go before he murders us.
So yeah, now that we got woke up the innkeeper, let's see what else we need to do. Again, the game fortunately points to that arrow telling us where we're supposed to go next and what we're supposed to do. So fortunately, you don't have to bumble around speaking to people at random. The game will tell you what to do next, fortunately.
Uh-huh.
These load times are what really breaks the flow a lot of times, because remember, it's a Wii game, it can't be installed to the console, meaning the game has to read all of it from the disc, meaning of course load times can be a bit long sometimes. Alright. Hey Bruiser.
None shall talk to Vladimir.
Yeah, we already went through this.
Since you put it that way.
Also, Rapunzel's face, I feel like she had the Disney doll
Radish drink.
maker.
Oh, I see. Now it's changed.
Yeah. Okay, so let's talk to him now.
Hello again. Would you happen to know anything about a mashed radish drink?
Sounds familiar.
That sounds
Why
disgusting.
don't you help me move some barrels down in the cellar?
Mashed.
We've got some
I guess it's spicy.
Axel!
Who'd want
How
it
am
though,
I a
except this
protected
guy?
of competent innkeeping authority when you keep undercutting me like that?
I'm sorry.
Okay. So yeah, like Axel said, we're supposed to go down to the cellar and do a barrel minigame.
Innkeeper, I need a mashed radish drink pronto. We don't serve that drink no more.
We don't serve that right here.
Of course you don't. Well, to the cellar we go then.
And another loading time.
I don't know if these are... Actually, you know what? No, these still aren't as bad as the Crash Rafa Cortex ones.
Again, this game is a Wii game, so it has to read everything from the disc. We can't install anything to the console, so...
Hey Jova, be lucky I've got the PS2
Plus, I'm pretty sure there are spiders.
greatest hits version.
Okay, so Axel wants colored barrels. He will call out the color, then Rapunzel pulls them down, and Flynn smashes them. That's how it works. So we have to smash 10 barrels of the correct color. So...
Vandalism will save the day!
Exactly. There you go. And now, Flynn, smash it. There you go. Just do this 10 times. Basically.
Smash yellow. What about the other game? Smash red and blue.
Alright, there we go.
Oh, this music is nice.
Yeah, the music is fine. Like I said, like we said, this composer is an actual experienced composer by this point. Like
And it also be a bit experimental. I mentioned that during our
remember me?
Also Burn Conspiracy run.
Oh yeah, right.
Uh-huh. Also, there's smashed red dwibs.
Alright.
Uh,
And there's smashed blue, just like you wanted.
Nope.
Oh, nice. Those 8-bit Super Smash Brothers games we'll never get.
Yeah, here's another problem. If you make a mistake, you can't cancel out the animation.
Uh-oh.
Basically, what I was doing was I was supposed to try to push the barrel, and then I realized, oh wait, it's supposed to be blue, not red. But unfortunately, you can't stop Rapunzel mid-hair animation. And there we go.
Oh well.
Okay, so with that done, now let's actually do the second round. Round 2. Yes, Jova?
Yeah, I was just saying go and all that.
Oh, right.
Yeah, no, this seems fine. It's nice that they are mixing things up already.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's just that it's incredibly simple. Again, you can tell that this game was made for little kids because it's literally just now do this color, now do this color, now do this color.
I will give them credit. It doesn't feel like incredibly okay. How do I put it like this? It feels like there's a certain threshold for something is made for kids. But there comes a certain threshold when you feel like, oh, it was legit made for kids, or that just feels like an excuse that they used to make the most brain-dead thing ever. This one feels like something that is actually legit for kids. Like, it's not the most exciting, but it feels like something that actually does feel like time and effort was put into it. Whereas say something like the Wreck-It Ralph game feels like it runs on the excuse, oh, well, it's for kids, so obviously we don't need to put in effort.
Alright. Smash blue. I feel like the only problem I have with this minigame is that this minigame didn't really need 3 rounds. You could have just had 1 round because this minigame is... there's not that much to this minigame. I feel like only 1 round would have been fine. Doing this 3 times in a row just feels like a bit redundant.
I can agree. Also, the time limit, was that really necessary?
No, the idea, Job, is that for you to get as many points as you can within the time limit, so...
Okay. Do you need to, clear a certain metric in order to proceed to each round?
10.
You and me working together.
Oh, that's easy.
Well, again, they're clearly making this intentionally easy so that kids can possibly fail.
Yeah, fair beans.
I can't do much, but that drink I can make.
Thank
goodness.
And we got ourselves a star. What does the star do? It allows me to repeat the minigame, but I'm not going to do that because we already did that.
Alright, so let's take the drink to Vladimir's bodyguard.
You know what happened to when that star appeared on me? Because I'm just doing a blind run. I was like, oh great, Tales of Gris's F side quest. It's a star, right? Oh, no, not really. Anyway, load time. Okay. Alright, with that in, now we have the mana string, so hopefully now Vladimir will talk to us. Let's see. Hey, Shorty, how you doing?
He's still dead.
Just like Mom used to make.
Oh.
Okay, you can talk to Vladimir now.
Greetings. You must be
Flynn Rider.
Uh-oh.
Oh, pretty sure I'm Flynn Rider. not like it couldn't be. Oh.
Ow.
Oh no.
Yes. Now I will collect the reward and buy a new battle axe. Hold the royal guards!
Please don't turn him in. Isn't there anything we can do?
Well, they did get me my favorite drink.
Well, everybody is much happier here since you showed up.
Thanks.
I was talking to her. Tell you what, I collect rare ceramic unicorns. If you can help me find one, I can show you how to get past the guards.
Oh, unicorns are...
Or maybe you could just tell the guy to call off the guards, maybe? I guess not.
Maybe he's referring to the guards in the forest overall?
Alright. Fine. Alright, there you go. You can also use Rapunzel's hair to pull down these barrels. So let's see what's in here. Nothing. Great.
Maybe if we break the crates. Did you ever think
Oh,
of breaking
of
the
course,
crates?
more pointless treasure for Flynn. And again, Flynn's hands must look incredibly red and bloody by this point. He digs for rock, he digs for wood, like.
You got a new sword. Cool. Can you use it?
Apparently not, because or can I?
Looked
Oh, okay,
longer
yeah,
than
it is long.
exactly yet before.
It is. Man, I genuinely forgot about that.
Maybe it just means that he's a bit better in combat.
Oh, and by the way,
Wait, hold on. It looks like he actually has a sword strap. No.
Yeah, that's what Teo said.
Excuse me. Have you seen
And yeah, Teo, in this game he's called Gene. Because remember, at the time that the movie came out, he didn't have a name yet. So I'm guessing the developers decided to give him a name.
Headcanon. Gene's his actual real name, but they just call him Shorty.
Yeah, I guess that can work. Also,
Because
his...
let's be honest, what kind of mother would name their kid Shorty?
Yes, Shiroi?
He looks like a hamster.
Sorry, Shiroi. On our
Kind of always.
sorry, Shiroi. On our budget, this is the best Shorty model we can make.
But yeah, no, Tia's right. Like, Flynn actually does have that sword strapped to his hip now, so...
Yeah.
Kudos. Let me guess, it does more damage now.
I guess it's just that the enemies are so easy to kill that it makes that little of a difference to me. Alright.
Now we're in a beer garden.
Okay, so now we're supposed
Oh, a
to...
poodle.
Okay, so now we have a new minigame with this poodle. Yeah, this dog is
And
evil.
it can attack you.
This doggo is a bad doggo, as you can see. So we
I
need to...
can hear the growling, Jesus.
I swear, it's always the smaller dogs that are more vicious than the bigger dogs.
Hey, why is the...
Oh,
What, I can understand the doggo attacking Flynn, but why is he attacking Rapunzel? She's a Disney princess. Animals should love her.
Pedro, you do recall those animals that attack Snow White in the Dark Forest, right?
But remember, Joe,
I thought it was just a big misunderstanding.
that was just her imagination. The animals weren't actually attacking her, remember? So...
No. Like, well, no. The nice animals helped her, but then there were the bad animals that attacked her.
Sure.
Maybe the dog was actually just trying to play with her hair.
Also, not for nothing, but Lucifer definitely has it out for Cinderella.
Well, but Lucifer is evil, so...
But he's an animal still, so like...
Yeah, but but that kitty got corrupted by his owner.
Darkness, yes, sure.
Yes.
Well, don't you see, though, the darkness consumed the stepmother and the stepsisters.
Dude, you gonna help us out over here with this much?
Nope.
Not my problem.
So yeah, so what to do with the doggo, Shiroi? What do you think? What do you do when a doggo has a magical growl that hurts you?
Okay. Here's another example also.
You
Tiana
eat it?
Let's not forget, Tiana nearly got eaten by alligators.
Wait, what?
You were actually supposed to get you were actually supposed to get the treasure from his doghouse that he's guarding.
Oh.
And I guess
Oh,
you
that's
got it.
why he's growling at you. He's a guard dog.
I guess.
Oh my god, he is literally clobbering the hell out of Flynn over there.
Bye, Flynn. Good luck.
Just
Good luck with
shit
that.
out of
Good luck
him in
with.
the background.
Good luck, Flynn, with that. I guess.
But no, seriously, I mean, even Tiana nearly got eaten by alligators, so no, not all animals love old Disney princesses all the time.
Well, but that was the thing. She was a frog, so the animals, so the alligators couldn't recognize her as a Disney. And she wasn't even a Disney princess at the time. She's only a Disney princess at the end of the film. So remember, at the time she wasn't officially a Disney princess, so it didn't count. Animals.
I mean, that's the same for Cinderella.
Pedro,
Yes.
the wolves with Belle.
Oh right.
True! Yeah, the wolves of Belle.
Okay, fine. There are outlier animals. There you go.
And the shark with Ariel.
Why are we debating this?
Okay, how about this?
think of it.
How about
No
this? Let me
Rapunzel
replace the animals term with woodland critters. And by woodland critters, I mean Disney woodland critters, not South Park's woodland critters.
Hail Satan!
Hail Satan!
Again, I do appreciate that the game does mix things up as early as the second level to help things keep from getting stale.
Each level is its own thing, basically. Yes, Pascal, are you gonna help this time? Nope, I guess not. Okay. To be fair to Pascal, I'm at the point where I'm at the exact point where I'm supposed to be. So it makes sense for Pascal not to tell me anything there, I guess.
So I guess the idea is that Pascal shows up when you're close to something.
And there you go. One cute and fragile unicorn.
Look how pretty it is. Oh, Vladimir's just
Rapunzel's facial animation. She
Are we?
she claps while looking sideways. I'm seriously. There's just something about there's just something about the way they animate Rapunzel that just feels
Rapunzel,
off.
Rapunzel, what are you hiding?
I get the feeling Rapunzel suffered brain damage from the first level somehow, from all those falls.
I think it was more like years of isolation.
Wage over, maybe in this case, Tangled could also mean the tangled web of lies.
Oh, so it's like in the Olaf retelling. I'm a bad daughter. I need therapy. Okay, so moving on. There you go, Vladimir.
Exquisite. Note the tiny spirals on the horn and the intricately carved.
I think this is more dialogue Richard Keel gets here than he did in the movie.
He also gets some stuff to talk in the show, so you can look forward to that.
But by that point, unfortunately, Richard Keel had passed away.
Oh, really? Oh, sad.
Yeah.
Good thing too. I have an unfinished painting of a unicorn. I need help.
Well, at least there's this game.
Yes.
The innkeeper helps you.
I'd be happy to try. Let's see. What color should the unicorn be?
Okay,
Red
sure.
and
You
black,
want to answer
though.
that one?
Use yellow paint.
Actually, Vladimir picked the color for us. So. Yeah, like
Red? I don't know.
there you go. And the game already gives you all free paintbrushes for the yellow color, so you don't have to look for it. So there you go. Basically, you just have to paint the unicorn yellow. Don't worry about being precise. In fact, we're going to do this I am Weasel style. We're not going to color even within the lines. There you go.
my
There you go. There you go. There's your yellow unicorn, Vladimir. There you go.
I will not say anything.
I'm doing my
A
best.
true
to...
artiste.
Let's see it.
Doing my best to hold back the criticism.
All right, let's see.
Incomprehensible.
All right, there you go. Let's see if Vladimir likes it.
Fucking sucks.
Oh, you used my favorite color. This is an amazing.
Well, as long as Vladimir likes it.
Thank you.
It looks like shit, but it's going on the fridge.
He'll show you the way.
Oh God! So the ultimate pity move.
Again, you can.
Yeah, it's really good. Thank you.
I can tell what the programmers did. They made sure that you could just color it anyway, so that kids could just wouldn't have to be precise with how they paint it. You know.
He's been a little depressed. Probably just needs some basic human kindness. And you're
Go
just
boy's an
the
actual
person
goat,
to cheer
isn't
him
he?
up. Try looking out.
I do appreciate the idea of wanting to flesh out the people of the Snuggly Duckling more, but the show definitely did
Definitely.
but the show definitely did this a lot better.
To be
This
fair,
is
the
a cute
show.
attempt, though.
Yeah. And to be fair, the show has the advantage of having multiple episodes and a higher budget. So honestly, given what they're trying to do here, again, for the time, this was remarkable. The fact that they even named the short guy in and of itself is something of a miracle, given how up until the show he didn't even get properly named.
Yeah. But again, like you said, maybe the idea is that he's called Gene, but they call him Shorty because it's a nickname. So I guess that put that way can work.
Again, you have to wonder, what kind of mother names her child Shorty?
A very cruel mother who wants his child to die a virgin. Her child to die a virgin, sorry.
Oh, Milton is my pride and joy. But he'll never get faster than a horse without training.
You want a goat to be faster than a horse? Oh boy, good luck.
That's okay because it's actually that's okay because this will actually lead into a fun racing minigame.
Oh my god.
God, Rapunzel! Oh, like
It's okay, Pedro.
Again, Disney doll makeover.
Yeah. Rapunzel's just modeling for her Barbie doll.
yeah, that's my problem, Shira. She looks about as just as soulless as those. 3,
Guess
2,
he
1,
does like her
go!
finger. Whoa.
So yeah, now we have a goat racing minigame.
So okay.
So there you
This
go.
is interesting.
So there you go, Dibs. Enough variety now for you?
Meanwhile, back at the kingdom of Corona, her parents are, while her parents are still upset at the daughter's missing birth. the daughter being missing.
Mm-hmm.
They keep hearing stories of this weird girl with really long blonde golden hair and her companion messing around at this nearby pub near to their kingdom.
So, Taylor, what do you think of the game?
But words that this long-haired...
And yet they don't put two and two together.
Not only that, there's also words that this long-haired girl has been assaulting the guards and beating them up, too.
To answer your question, it seems fine, but something about it makes it, again, just on first impression and all, makes it feel a bit less potentially interesting from the ones that I used to play as a kid, like the Little Mermaid one. You know,
I do get the feeling that this is very fitting with the time that this game was
Yeah,
made,
I was about to mention, to confront it with a game is only time, so far I think the Brave game is would be more interesting to me, if I had to choose between them.
Dinner time?
Go to 26.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna
The
lie.
reason Flynn is doing so...
3601.
I was waiting for Dwibs to finish, but the only reason Eugene is being so terrible at this is because he's tripping over Rapunzel's hair the whole time.
You're at 26, Dwibs?
There, 2601.
Okay. Alright.
And,
click.
Go.
Anyway.
The amazing thing is the fact that...
I'm sorry, guys, I can't stop looking at that line at the bottom of the screen. There,
That's pretty.
That's an emulation visual bug.
Yeah.
It's not supposed to look like that. That's the thing. Normally, I would play the Steam port because it's in HD and everything, but the control. But it's two things. One, I don't care for the fact that I can use the control, and second, I actually tried installing it on my computer, and apparently the game has a problem where if you don't play it on Windows 7, it's kind of a crapshoot. Because remember, when this game was made, it was made with Windows 7 in mind. So if you try to play it on Windows 10, 64-bit, it can become a problem. And yeah, and as usual with Windows, using the compatibility mode doesn't work because Windows compatibility mode doesn't do anything.
I feel like this particular thing would be terrible to do with a mouse and keyboard.
Yeah, basically when I first...
actually, sir, you'd be surprised.
Let Pedro respond.
No, actually, go ahead, Jova.
You'd be surprised. Mouse and keyboard actually is technically the more precise means of doing this. This is why a lot of people who play PC gaming sometimes prefer the mouse and keyboard stuff. Me personally, I'm sort of a hybrid in that regard. Like, I get the benefits of mouse and keyboard stuff for, stuff like FPS, even, third-person shooter stuff, and some other stuff. But for a lot more traditional stuff, I may prefer a controller. For this sort of thing, actually, since this is, automatically on the rails for the most part, a mouse and... specifically the mouse component of a mouse and keyboard could arguably get you better precision, since... Think of it like, you're drawing except you use the mouse and whatnot. In that way, sometimes it's more precise for it. Now, for the typical controls, probably a regular controller would be preferred, since in that case, I assume you're using the keyboard in that move about. Not to say that a keyboard can't also be usable, but, if you're used to controllers, stick to controllers in that regard. But components like the goat race probably would work better with the precision of the mouse.
I tried installing this game on my computer and it wouldn't boot no matter what I did, and I looked it up on Steam, on the Steam message board for this game, and yeah, people were saying that this game, and you can even see on the Steam page that the game is specifically made for Windows 7, not Windows 10. Basically, the game is okay, it can potentially work, but yeah, getting this game to work on Windows 10 is kind of a pain, basically. Because a lot of times it won't work. It also varies apparently from user to user, from what I've looked into. So basically, I got to a point where I was like, "Fuck it, I'll just emulate the Wii game." I mean, not to mention, basically, when I found out, and this game doesn't support controller. Oh, okay, that settles it then. Then in that case, all the better reason for me just to emulate the Wii game with Dolphin. what I was trying to say. Okay, I will say this too. I can understand the argument for the Brave video game. When it comes to the Little Mermaid 2 game, that game is basically just a very typical. I will argue that this game has more variety than that one. At the very least, Little Mermaid 2 is mostly just a side-scroller platform where you just go from left to right and everything. Which again, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just that I feel like the variety of this game, I feel like pulls it up for me, because I do appreciate the fact that they bothered to make each level its own thing, at least, just to make sure things don't get stale. But that is it. All right. In the meantime, let's see what else is in here. Indeed, Twibs. You haven't said much. What do you think of the game so far?
It's a video game based off Tangled.
Alright, Twibs, now that you've read the synopsis on Wikipedia, can you actually say your final thoughts on first impressions on the game? Sorry.
First off, I must be either be psychic or incredibly petty to be giving my final thoughts when we're not even halfway through the playthrough yet.
Yes.
And second, I don't know. I mean, I get wanting to build on stuff from the movie, but the stuff you're doing isn't really all that interesting. You're just going around doing either people's chores, or you're just going through really boring platforming levels.
Mm-hmm.
That's really about it.
For me, it's one of those things where I will agree with you for the first level. With this second level, I think it's fine because you just get to interact with the characters, so so I will argue that makes it enjoyable for me. Though, yeah, I will agree that the gameplay-wise, yeah, that maybe that they could have made it. I did like the goat racing minigame. That was fun. I mean, it's simple, but it's fine for what it is.
For this type of game, I feel like it overall does the job just fine.
Also, I checked, Pedro, while there is sadly no fix currently, that anyone tried to work with for the problem of compatibility with modern versions of Windows, I found out something regarding the PC version. There is controller support, actually.
Oh, really?
For the second player.
What?
Yeah, if you want to play co-op, it's kind of logical. If you want to play co-op, one is stuck with a keyboard, one keyboard and mouse, and the other can play with a controller.
So basically, if I want to use the controller, I have to have a second player, and only one of us can use a controller. Brilliant. You'd think the people who did the PC port would also implement something for both.
When did the Steam release, got
2014.
Steam version got released?
2014, 4 years after this game. We know that this was Planet Moon Studios' last game before they died, so we know that the PC port was made by somebody else, at least.
No, I don't mean that. I mean I get
it seriously came out 4 years after the game, though? Sheesh.
It's not uncommon, Jova. Again, as Pedro noted, I forgot specifically where, Disney has kind of made a point to try and port as much as they can their Disney Interactive catalog on Steam.
Yeah.
Even very old games, or Steam or GOG. Sorry, go on.
That I am aware of. It's just that of all games, this got added to Steam that much later on.
That's the thing. By 2014, awareness for PC ports. For games that did not originally had the PC versions, was kind of more, more knowledgeable. So, at this point, usually developers usually implemented full controller support. If this had been released in 2010 along the Wii version, I guess I could have understood a bit more, because back then not many people cared much about it putting, controller support.
I guess. Hey Pascal, some help maybe?
Okay. I think I get now what Pascal is usually
so over there to the right. Okay. Thanks, Pascal.
So anyway, as I was saying, when Pascal does that whole look around animation, I think that's his sign that something is near that you can collect.
I guess. I just wish the game would do a better job of explaining itself.
I guess they don't want to be too obvious.
Well, if you're gonna make the game for kids, all the more reason to be thorough with your explanations.
Sit tight.
I mean, to be fair, I think it's self-explanatory. He's looking around, so that means take a look around here.
I guess. I mean, I think definitely a little like, okay. How about I feel like instead of using Pascal, have text messages saying these things. I feel like that would be a lot easier for definitely for me.
I'm guessing that they wanted to make it not too super obvious. Like, again, like, I think it's relatively fine enough having Pascal look around because, you know, again, what else would you get from him looking around but to, look around when you're in
Oh yeah,
there?
speaking of obvious, you're probably wondering why am I stuck now? Why don't I know what to do? That's because there's one particular ability of Flynn that I have yet to find out, because you're watching a blind playthrough. Don't worry, it won't be long. See those vines over there on that wall?
You can climb
them,
it.
can't you?
Flynn can climb them, but again, the game never tells you this.
That is weird that they don't include instructions that... okay. It's probably told in the game manual, but it is weird that they did not have, like, a notification telling you that he could do that, because if I recall correctly, they had notifications for other abilities in the game.
I will argue that...
Or am I
Go on.
Or am I just remembering incorrectly, Pedro?
I don't think so. Here's my argument though. This game came out in 2010. By this point, in-game tutorials were the standard, even in Wii games. So I will argue that it would. And this game does have tutorial aspects to it. So it's not like the developers don't know this. So I feel like some kind of, again, you could have just have a little when you first show up to those vines, have a little text message saying Flynn can climb vines. Remember when we first started and we did the hair twirly thing in the first level, the game told us outright via text that Rapunzel's hair can revive the flowers and blah 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 blah. So the game is perfectly capable of telling you through text how the mechanics work. Why not have a text message telling you Flynn can climb vines on walls? You know, because at first I didn't even realize that was climbable. I mean, I have no reason to think so because it doesn't really seem that different from any other vegetation you see in walls, you know?
Well, the stone texture is different and more closely resembles the one of the tower.
I guess. I just feel like a little text message wouldn't have hurt. Because up until this point, as far as I know, Teo, there is no climbing mechanic, because the game never told me that Flynn has a climbing mechanic. You know, because I don't really have any reason to think that Flynn has a climbing mechanic. You know, again, maybe it's in the manual, like Jova said, but I don't have the manual, so. Alright, with that done, let's go back to the Snuggly Duckling, and we're almost done with this level. Fortunately, starting after this, the game is basically, believe it or not everybody, this was the by far the longest level in the game. After this level, the game puts the pedal to the metal, and basically just goes full throttle throughout the rest of the story. With very short, fast-paced levels.
We got music. You think you could get these guys to dance?
And there you go. This is, of course, a reference to the song from the.
Oh, I guess we got them to dance and off screen.
This is a reference, of course, to. I've got it. All right. So, Fug Dance. Twirl near the Fugs to make them dance. Of course, a reference to "You've Got a Dream" from the movie. There you go.
You will dance or I will whip you into submission.
Jesus.
Our heroine Rapunzel, assaulting people to force them into dancing.
Dance!
Our princess, everyone.
Dance, Mongols, dance!
You won't dance for my amusement.
And yes, making them dance makes them drop their money. So Rapunzel is literally mugging these people for their valuables. Shira, remind me again who's supposed to be the thief in this story?
Hey, look, as far as we know, Flynn's
They
just
still
the guy...
did switch it up a bit.
Look,
Make it a little
look,
interesting.
Honestly, guys, as far as we know, Flynn's just some poor sap she kidnapped.
Yeah, sure, that's the plot twist. It wasn't Rapunzel is actually secretly the bad person in this duo, not Flynn. Little did you know.
You know what's funny? They did
And she
kind of make
gaslit Eugene into thinking he was a thief.
Yes.
You know, it's funny. They kind of did something like making Rapunzel the bad guy in the Brothers Grimm movie, albeit she was fused with like the evil queen in that one, so there was some nuance to it.
It was more of a case of, again, Terry Gilliam probably envisioned the movie as in Brothers Grimm, have this encounter, and from these they formulate a set of different things, each of them encompassing an aspect of what they encountered.
It was not a bad idea.
Terrible execution still.
Yeah, but hey, it had Monica Bellucci. You like her.
Well, I'm pretty sure everybody does.
I've unlocked the trapdoor behind the counter.
It's a good thing the guards are taking their sweet time getting here, by the way. Because in the movie they got here pretty fast, all things
It was
considered.
the urgency of that.
Was the horse was it the horse
You can
and
lose
tail?
them in the caves. Go.
The horse was still, recovering from the texture of
Just watch out for the
there.
giant hairy cave spiders. Common occurrences are.
Of course. And that's the end of the level.
Intuition.
Ha ha ha. Alright, everybody.
On to the next level.
Alright, on to the next level in the next part, everybody. See ya.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.